In the early 19th century, the philosopher Jeremy Bentham and his friends Thomas Campbell and Henry Brougham had the revolutionary idea of creating the first university in the capital city, a University of London. In 1827, their dream was realized when the foundation stone was laid. By 1828, a major part of the new university had been completed, and the first students were admitted, irrespective of their religious beliefs. As the college grew, many new buildings were added, and the quadrangle finally took its present shape in 1985. So what began as an 8-acre greenfield site has today spread throughout Bloomsbury and beyond. Additional faculties, research centres and departments have all been added, making UCL what it is today, a top-rated university with an international reputation for excellence in teaching and research across the academic spectrum. From the outset, the college offered a wide curriculum. Many subjects were taught here for the first time in a university. Today, its academic departments cover a wide range of disciplines. Here are just a few. UCL's history of openness to new ideas and innovation in education have today brought it to the forefront of research and teaching internationally. Its academic staff are at the leading edge of research in their field and are actively encouraged to work in parallel with people working on related problems. UCL is, and will always be, deeply committed to teaching and research of the very highest quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Martin Butcher, Registrar of UCL, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Logan Hall and to UCL's first graduation ceremonies of the new millennium. As you waited for the proceedings to start, you've no doubt been wondering what to expect of this ceremony. And indeed, graduation ceremonies do take various forms. At some universities, they're a kind of academic sheep dip. In those ceremonies, a flock of graduands is corralled together and then immersed in Latin. Thus cleansed of undergraduate status, they are fleeced of the required fees. The UCL ceremony is a horse of a different colour. What it may lack in duration, it makes up for in quality. The UCL ceremony is the real thing. Not Virgin, not Pepsi, but the Coca-Cola of graduation ceremonies. First, a directive to the guests. At UCL, the Registrar's responsibilities include administering the Discipline Committee. This means that part of my role today is to ensure that good order is maintained and the ceremony proceeds without any conduct liable to bring the college into disrepute. I must entreat you, therefore, despite your excitement, to keep outbreaks of gross moral turpitude to an absolute minimum. This brings me to the graduands. And at this point, I'm obliged to say a few words on behalf of the government. Last year, the Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Never-Ending Learning made the following statement. The government believes that lifelong learning contributes to national competitiveness, personal prosperity, and to the development of a fair and harmonious society. Now, UCL always takes what the government says to heart. And so, although you as graduands have completed your formal degree programme, even during this graduation ceremony, you will undergo a continuing personal development process. The proceedings are so organised that a number of valuable transferable skills will be imparted to you, without your noticing it, by a kind of ceremonial osmosis. Your first test was to find the seat with your name on it. This multiple-choice geographical task will be reinforced with a practical test when you will be ushered from your seat to the platform and then required to find your way back again on your own in semi-darkness. Nowadays, of course, learning by rote parrot fashion is largely discredited as an educational tool. But having found the seat with your name on it, between now and the start of the presentation, we want you to memorize your name. This sense of identity will be useful to you on many occasions in your future career. But here and now, if you lose your card between your seat and the platform, you may whisper your name to the Dean, thus demonstrating that coolness in a crisis which is so highly prized by employers. When you come to the platform, the Dean will announce your name. You are then faced with the challenge of walking across the stage in the spotlight. This includes an elementary anatomy test. You are required to identify the provost's right hand and to shake it. One of the sadder aspects of Elvis Presley's untimely death was that the college was prevented from considering him for the award of an honorary fellowship. As a pop icon at the end of his concerts in Las Vegas, after Elvis had left the stage and the audience was in a state of near hysteria, the public address system would announce, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has now left the building." This was to dampen the fans' ardor and prevent outbreaks of gross moral turpitude. So now, when you're all in a state of heightened anticipation, if not hysteria, I have to tell you that UCL's inspirational auto icon, Jeremy Bentham, is not and never has been in this building. He will be present at the reception after the ceremony. Please beware of unauthorized persons attempting to sell you authentic locks of his hair or the Arsenal shirt he supposedly wore on his deathbed. I should like to make a few remarks about graduands' names. At recent ceremonies, degrees have been awarded to Sambodi S.B. Heterachi, Kitipuom Pum Kokruk, Manuel Salvador Perata dos Reis Noguera, and Benjamin J. Bracegirdle, to name but 4. And in the green room at the back of the stage, the deans who will announce the graduands' names are even now undergoing intensive training in pronunciation. On their behalf, I ask your indulgence if any of them should swallow a glottal stop, stumble over an irregular diphthong, pronounce a silent P, or fail to enunciate correctly Marty Ahtisaari, Haile Gebrselassie, Newt Gingrich, or St. John Chumley Fanshawe, none of whom will be graduating today. Now, I need to make a few remarks about applause. UCL was founded on principles of tolerance and open access, regardless of creed or background. Today, these principles are maintained, together with a commitment to the highest quality. Proof of this is that our last provost, Sir Derek Roberts, although a lifelong supporter of Manchester United, still allowed the college sports ground at Shenley to be hired out to Arsenal Football Club to practice, and practice, and practice. Now, broad-minded as the college is, there are some forms of crowd participation which, although de rigueur at Old Trafford and Highbury, would not sit comfortably at degree ceremonies. Mexican waves will undoubtedly slow proceedings down. Choruses of "There's only one Chris Llewellyn Smith" are not quite becoming. Some years ago, when a graduate from Spain shook the provost's hand, there were cries of "Olé" from a section of the audience. We want your acclamation to be loud and appreciative, but we recommend clapping. In order that every name is heard and every graduand gets his or her due credit, we seek to orchestrate the applause a little. If you wish to applaud or cheer individual graduands as they walk across the stage, please do so, but I ask you to allow the Dean to announce the name of the graduand clearly first. Please do not clap when the Dean is not expecting it. At the end of graduating groups, the Dean will also lead you in a general ovation for those who have just processed. Then we want everyone to give it the full Monty. Some prohibitions. I have to ask you not to use video cameras or to take flash photographs. The local authority forbids both kinds of photography in the Logan Hall. And if any of you break these rules, I really don't know what we'll do. When I've finished these instructions, there will be a musical interlude before the procession enters. Puff Daddy and the Manic Street Preachers were not available, but I am delighted to say they are replaced by the Royal Holloway String Quartet. When the procession enters, we do not want you to be intellectually idle. Please do not simply gawp. You can speculate on imaginative uses for the college mace. You can assess the sartorial merits of the gowns displayed and the catwalk potential of the wearers. In particular, can I recommend you practice your command of collective nouns on this gaggle of academics? There will be a manifest absence of principals, a veritable forest of deans, and an alarming loss of faculties. This ceremony is a formal occasion when we celebrate our graduands' achievement. It is a day when we as a college are especially proud of our students, and we rejoice with them and their families and friends. So my final instruction to guests and graduands is the most important. More than anything, we urge you to enjoy the ceremony and reception afterwards, to relish the occasion, and to have fun. It is our particular wish that you should all remember this day with lasting pleasure. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will now enter the Logan Hall. Would you please stand?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this UCL Graduation Ceremony. At this, the third of 4 ceremonies that we are holding this week, we are proud to see graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and the Faculty of the Built Environment. For each of the graduates to be presented today, this ceremony marks a successful completion of an important phase of your lives and opens the way to new challenges. I hope that you have been enriched by the educational and social experience that you have enjoyed here at UCL. I occasionally ask students what they identify with foremost at UCL. The usual answer is their department or perhaps their hall of residence. Although sometimes, perhaps less frequently because they're speaking to the provost, the reply is a sports team or even a bar in the student union. Interestingly, however, speaking to alumni, it seems that as time passes, they identify increasingly with UCL as a whole. Today, there are some 16,000 students at UCL, 9,500 undergraduates, and 6,500 graduates. Incidentally, 30% of these students come from outside the UK, and I would like to take this opportunity to say a special word of welcome to those of you who have come here today from abroad. In such a large organization, it's difficult, maybe impossible, to get a good feeling for everything that is going on. Nevertheless, I hope that from their friends in other departments and faculties, our students do gain some feeling for the huge range of activities at UCL, which cover most of the arts and humanities and the physical, biological, and medical sciences. Universities, some at least, are not above putting their own spin on things, and I am told that 28 British universities currently claim to rank in the top 10. I'm pleased to tell you that the available evidence and independent surveys support UCL's claim that it is one of the UK's top 3 so-called multi-faculty universities, meaning those universities that cover a broad range of arts and sciences. You might cynically think that the statement that UCL is in the top 3 means that it's third, but actually the latest ranking by Research Fortnight rated UCL second in the UK for breadth and depth of research. Being ranked near the top in the UK is clearly pleasing for all of us. But a more pertinent question, perhaps, is,
where do UCL and other top UK universities rank on a world scale? The answer is they rank very highly, but present conditions make it difficult for leading British universities to continue to compete successfully with the best universities in North America. This should be a matter for national concern. It is important for some UK universities to maintain elite standards of teaching and research that match the best in the world. We must be able to offer the highest standards of education to the best British students and continue to attract outstanding students, future leaders, from around the world. There are two problems. You will not be surprised to hear me say that one of them is funding. The other, perhaps more fundamental, is the increasing central government control and attempts at micromanagement of the universities in this country, in contrast to what is happening in the rest of Europe, where control of universities is being decentralized, and in contrast to what is happening in other spheres of publicly supported activities in the UK. British universities currently operate in a command economy. They are told how many British and EU undergraduate students they can take and what to charge them. Funding is increasingly earmarked for particular initiatives decided centrally. Universities are subject to external scrutiny of an increasingly intrusive and time-consuming form. One example is the so-called teaching quality assessment. We have no objection to external scrutiny, and I'm pleased to tell you that UCL has repeatedly been assessed as excellent. I'm sure that you will agree, however, that it has got out of hand when I tell you how much paperwork each department is obliged to supply for the external assessors. You might imagine that it's a few files. Well, no. Maybe a shelf full. No again. In fact, the necessary paperwork which each of UCL's 67 academic departments has to provide is about 25 meters in length. As far as funding is concerned, I don't want to sound too whinging, but it is a fact that the huge and very welcome expansion in higher education that has occurred in the last decade and a half has been achieved without a corresponding increase in funds. Indeed, funding per student has gone down by about 40%. Under the present government, with its stated priorities of education, 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 the decrease of funding per student has slowed from 4 or 5% per year to 1%. This slowing down has, however, been made possible by the fees that, since last academic year, have been paid by UK and EU undergraduate students, not by additional government funding. The success of universities in absorbing more students with less funding is officially described as an efficiency gain, a description which is only justified if standards have been maintained. This puts universities in a difficult position, which will declare publicly that its standards have gone down. I believe, and I hope that you will agree, that standards at UCL have not declined, but they have only been maintained at the cost of underinvestment in infrastructure, such as buildings and libraries, and underpayment of increasingly overworked lecturers and professors, and it is not clear how long this can be sustained. In particular, universities such as UCL compete in a world market for the best academic talent, but without the means to pay competitively, we will no longer be able to attract future leaders in education and research or to retain them. I hope that those of you here today from outside higher education and those who are today leaving higher education will recognize the importance of maintaining some universities in this country that are capable of competing with the very best in the world, and that you will support the call for adequate funding and for granting more autonomy to universities to manage their own affairs. In contemplating future changes in policy, perhaps we can take some comfort from Lord Chalfont's assertion that politicians may be relied upon to make wise, intelligent, and statesman-like decisions, having first exhausted all possible alternatives. Personally, I am not completely pessimistic. although I am aware that a pessimist is best defined as an optimist who is properly informed. In any case, if we consider the situation locally rather than nationally, all the indicators do show that UCL is in excellent shape. There is no question of the excellence of the teaching and research in the faculties of engineering and the built environment, which enjoy worldwide reputations for excellence. There is certainly also plenty of evidence that UCL degrees continue to be very highly valued by employers. Building on its long and splendid liberal tradition, UCL continues to attract outstanding students and staff and is well placed to continue to provide an outstanding education. Those of you who graduate today can be proud of that splendid tradition in which you have participated and to which you have contributed, and of your achievements. I now declare open a ceremony for the presentation of graduates.
Provost and President, on behalf of the Faculty of Engineering, I have pleasure in presenting to you these candidates who have been awarded a postgraduate qualification. The following candidates have been awarded the Graduate Diploma in Biochemical Engineering. Claire Martin. Veronica Vargas Mora. The Graduate Diploma in Bioprocessing, Andrew Fry. The Master of Science in Biochemical Engineering, Helen Beardsmore. Adam Heasley. Helen Loftus. Andrew Maharaj. Emma McMahon. Atik Mia. Gareth Morris. Andrew Tate. Mai Vuong. Master of Science in Bioprocessing, Philip Henwood. Jennifer Osborne. Master of Science in Chemical Process Engineering, Iqbal Hossain. Master of Science in Defence Systems Engineering, Marcus Boswell. Michael Brett. Michael Brown. David Coyle. David Leishman. John Lenihan. George Maguire. Javed Naqvi. David Pitcher. Stephen Ruddock. Master of Science in Geographic and Geodetic Information Systems. Alan Fairhurst. Master of Science in Geographic Information Science. Mark Banfield. Giuseppe Barroso. Matthew Bradley. Matthew Brown. Colin Thornton. James Tolley. The Master of Science in Information Technology. Andrzej Balinski. Li Shen Marisa Chia. Kenneth Donald. Devon Griffith. Gordon Hunter. Mir Ibni Amin. Leo Inu. Leon King. Farid Mia. Sukhwir Rhoda. Surinderjit Sandhu. Emma Scott. Ewan Watterson. The Master of Science in Marine Engineering. Andrew Curlwith. Rinsa Gietsma. Adrian Harrison. Derek Hughes. Stephen Large. Stephen McCarthy. Anthony Milieu. Nigel Rees. Konstantinos Vafias. John Voice. The Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Andrew Love. The Master of Science in Microwaves and Optoelectronics. Ramold Chatagnier. Konstantinos Mavroidis. Armel Mendez. Peter Trevor. Damianos Troupis. Gail Windle. The Master of Science in Naval Architecture. Thomas Grafton. Philip Kirk. Julian Souls. The Master of Science in Nonlinear Dynamics and Chaos. Richard Hillary. The Master of Science in Photogrammetry with Remote Sensing. Maria Bia. Ilias Karalis. Alan Marshall. The Master of Science in Surveying. Tracy Oldfield. Natalie Stride. The Master of Science in Telecommunications. Peter Abrahams. Richard Evans. Martin Freebody. Matthew Holden. Hazhit Yani. Wei Seong Lee. Wilson Lim. Mei Mei Lim. Wei Cheng Lin. Maria Pantuvaki. Milan Patel. Jonathan Robinson. Nityapon Sirikan. Mintu Tapola. Philip Tweedy. Andrew Wilkinson. Master of Research in Bioprocessing. Edward Bedford. Charlotte Chatin. Sharon Dunce. Alan Maxwell. Claire Mount. Jonathan Postlethwaite. The Master of Research in Telecommunications. Diane Boych. Said Isaac. Utan Nakani. Jack Young. The Doctorate of Philosophy in Biochemical Engineering. Elizabeth Day. Nicola Dixon. Alistair Hughes. Catherine Large. Sarah Underwood. The Doctorate of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering. Dick Kamogasha. the Doctorate of Philosophy in Electronic and Electrical Engineering. Bazwa Barrel. Chris Matrakidis. Michael Whitfield. The Doctorate of Philosophy in Nonlinear Dynamics. Odd Halvdan Ostavik. The Doctorate of Philosophy in Transport Studies. Nicola Christie. That concludes the list of candidates from the Faculty of Engineering. Thank you, Provost and President.
As Provost and President, I congratulate these graduates of the University of London on their academic achievements.
Provost and President, on behalf of the Faculty of the Built Environment, I have pleasure in presenting to you these candidates who have been awarded a postgraduate qualification. The following candidates have been awarded the Graduate Diploma in Built Environment Construction Refurbishment Management. Imad Al-Ebadi. Patrick Wood. Master of Science in Architecture. Sally Bubb. Master of Science in Built Environment, Advanced Architectural Studies. Shibu Karthik Raman. Rafaela Marquez Pinto. Master of Science in Built Environment, Architectural History. Vavara Alevizu. Wendy Drummer. Clarence Eng. Young-hee Lee. Paul Wang. Master of Science in Built Environment, Construction, Economics and Management. Konstantinos Alexopoulos. Panagiotis Aravanis. Agirios Agiropoulos. Carlos Areva Pereira. Zahir Chatila. John Clements. Ibrahim El Misiri. Robert Garvey. Ioannis Koutsikidis. Tsutomu Koyama. John Mead. Charalambos Papandropoulos. Pavlos Pavlidis. Master of Science in Built Environment, Construction Refurbishment Management. Derek Cruz. Robert D. Edward Farrell. Flora Logofetti. Benedict Ojomo. Master of Science in Built Environment, Environmental Design and Engineering. Stamatina Ampati. Elkier Belliat. Alexandra Edwards. Brynmore Evans. Heleni Foleru. Saud Musinovic. Chun Hung U. Veronica Regini. Jamal Taboon. Master of Science in Built Environment, European Property Development and Planning. Nils Hubener. Eleftheria Mistostergiou. Sagit Purat. Frederick Schneider. Pavan Kanecha. Nathan White. Master Master of Science in Built Environment, Facility and Environmental Management. Darren Chesson. Sarah Hodge. Tim Lau. Christopher Mills. Taiwo Odunaki. Ri Osugi. Paul Richings. Kevin Stewart. Simon Young. Master of Science in Built Environment, History of Modern Architecture. David Bannerman. Eva Branscombe. Karen Evans. Joanna Hare. Sarah Jackson. Master of Science in Built Environment, Light and Lighting. Eric David. Thomas Gravanis. John Waite. Nicholas Williamson. Master of Science in Built Environment, Virtual Environments. Brian Cheer. Zaki Malasi. Anne Sousay. Nisrin Zarekli. Master of Science in Development and Planning, Building and Urban Design in Development. Chryseis Katagas. Pippa Keane. Mika Kobayashi. Carmen Lamb. Tansri Tajakra Bratakasumo. Maria Zadilla. Master of Science in Development and Planning, Development Administration and Planning. Shirin Kujor. Shimaila Matri. Mark Nanikan. Igor Nemgerov. Dawit Tesfaye. Master of Science in Development and Planning, Economics of Urbanisation and Managing the City Economy. Andrew Bertang. Helen Cord. Master of Science in Development and Planning, Environment and Sustainable Development. Mona Chabra. Nobuko Imanishi. Patrick McAlpine. Master of Architecture in Architectural Design. Marjan Coletti. Maria Daniel. Eleni Diamantopoulou. Hans Drexler. Claire Dupont. Marcus Freisinger. Hansong Lee. Laura Petruso. Andrei Saltykov. Anastasios Telios. Georgia Tsermu. Master of Philosophy in Town and Country Planning. Colin Brain. Master of Philosophy in Town Planning. Paul Burley. Farah Humayun. Hilda Lee. Tony Ola. Kerry Sales. Jane Stamp. Doctor of Philosophy in Architecture. Dongguk Chang. Doctor of Philosophy in Planning Studies. Sun Hee Che. Jae Yong Choi. Dominic Stead. That concludes the list of candidates from the Faculty of the Built Environment. Thank you, Provost and President.
As Provost and President, I congratulate these graduates of the University of London on their academic achievements. Graduation is a rite of passage which marks a major transition for many of you here today between the end of formal education and, quote, real life. This transition is likely to be marked by many emotions: pride, satisfaction, joy, excitement, anticipation, trepidation, and perhaps also a little sadness. Certainly joy, I imagine, for those of you who expect to never again take an examination. Anticipation and trepidation, presumably, whether you are moving out of the academic world to a job or moving on to another degree. Sadness, I assume, at saying goodbye to the friends you have made here, with whom I hope you will keep in touch through the UCL Alumnus Association. I hope that all of you have enjoyed your time at UCL, and I wish you the greatest success and happiness in the future. Two closing remarks. The first of these is that these ceremonies depend on a great deal of hard work and competent organization. The person responsible for this organization is Denise Long, who has been down here on my left, carefully ushering the graduates onto the platform in the expected order. And I would ask you to show your appreciation to Denise and her staff. Finally, I am sure that almost all of you who have been presented here today owe a substantial debt of gratitude to the parents, relatives, and friends who have supported and encouraged you throughout your studies. And I think you may wish to show this gratitude. I would therefore ask all the graduates to stand, turn 90 degrees to your left to face your guests, and give them a really rousing thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation ceremony. I would now ask you to stand, and I invite the graduates to join the academic procession.